Imagine you're 30 years old. You have a job. You pay your taxes. You stay out of trouble. And yet, your government thinks you're a problem. Not because you're a criminal, not because you're lazy, but because you're single. No wife, no kids, no family. And for that, society openly mocks you. Sounds ridiculous, right? Well, welcome to ancient Sparta. The same Sparta famous for fearless warriors, brutal military training, and that famous movie scene where people get kicked into giant holes. But here's something most people never talk about. In Sparta, staying single could actually get you punished. And the reason why says a lot about how strange Spartan society really was. When most people think of Sparta, they imagine soldiers. Lots and lots of soldiers. And honestly, that's pretty accurate. Sparta wasn't trying to become the richest city in Greece. It wasn't trying to build the biggest temples. It wasn't trying to become a center of art or philosophy. Its entire identity revolved around one thing: war. Almost everything in Spartan life was designed around creating better warriors. Children were raised differently. Education was different. Even daily life was different. The state constantly asked one question: how can we make Sparta stronger? And eventually, that question led them somewhere unexpected: your dating life. See, Sparta had a problem. A warrior society needs warriors, and warriors don't appear out of nowhere. You need people to create the next generation. More citizens meant more future soldiers. More future soldiers meant a stronger Sparta. So from the Spartan perspective, marriage wasn't just a personal choice. It was practically a public duty. Imagine if your government looked at your relationship status and said, "Excuse me, where are the future citizens?" That's basically how Sparta viewed it. Marriage wasn't just about love. It was about helping the state survive. And if you refused, well, people noticed. Ancient writers describe bachelors being treated as social failures. Some accounts claim unmarried men could be excluded from certain honors. Others describe them being publicly mocked. One story says older bachelors were forced to endure embarrassing rituals during festivals. Imagine attending a public event, thousands of people around you, and somehow you've become the entertainment. Not because you committed a crime, but because you never got married. That has to be one of the weirdest reasons in history to become the target of public humiliation. Think about that for a second. Today, being single is usually considered a personal choice. Some people marry, some don't. Some marry later, some never marry at all. Most people would agree that's their business. But in Sparta, your personal decisions weren't always considered personal, because Sparta viewed itself almost like one giant military machine, and every citizen was a part of that machine, including you. If the machine needed more future soldiers, then producing future soldiers became everyone's responsibility, whether they liked it or not. Imagine you're a young Spartan man. You've survived the famous Spartan training system. You've spent years learning discipline. You've proven yourself. You've finally become a full citizen. Sounds great. But now society starts asking another question. So, when are you getting married? Not next year, not eventually, now. And if you keep delaying, people begin talking. People begin judging. People begin wondering why you're not doing your duty. Suddenly, your private life isn't private anymore. It's become a public issue. What's fascinating is that Sparta was obsessed with strength, but strength didn't just mean muscles. It didn't just mean swords. It didn't just mean winning battles. To Spartan leaders, strength also meant maintaining enough citizens to keep the system alive, because every war carries losses. And if fewer children are born, eventually there are fewer soldiers, and fewer soldiers means a weaker Sparta. So encouraging marriage wasn't really about romance. It was about survival, at least from their point of view. And this is where Sparta starts feeling less like a city and more like a giant organization. Think about it. Your childhood, the state cared. Your education, the state cared. Your military service, the state cared. Your marriage, the state cared. Your future children, the state definitely cared. At some point, you might start wondering, was anything actually private in Sparta? The answer is not as much as we'd expect today. Now, historians debate exactly how severe some of these bachelor punishments really were. Ancient sources don't always agree on every detail, and some stories may have been exaggerated over time. But the bigger picture is clear. Sparta strongly encouraged citizens to marry and have children, and society looked down on men who refused. Even if some of the specific punishments changed from source to source, the message remained the same. The state wanted families, the state wanted future citizens, and the state wasn't shy about pressuring people to make that happen. What's funny is that when people hear Spartan punishment, they usually imagine something dramatic. Whips, battles, military training, extreme survival tests. But one of Sparta's strangest punishments involved something much simpler: being single. Imagine explaining that to someone today. Why are you being punished? Oh, I forgot to get married. It sounds like a joke, yet for Sparta, it was serious business.